Welcome back to Daily Math Concepts. We're looking at the Add Math paper right here. So the question says, determine the values of m for which the equation x squared plus m minus 1 times x plus 2m plus 3 is equal to 0. This is for 4 marks. And it says it has equal roots, right? Now, so what we're going to do here, whenever we see equal roots, we're thinking about the discriminant. The discriminant is this part that says b squared minus 4ac. So if you check your quadratic formula, that part right there is called a discriminant. Now, when we have equal roots is when it is equal to 0. All right? So in this case, what we need, then we're going to identify A, B, and C. Let's take a look. This is x squared right here. A would be 1, as you could see. So we could say A is equal to 1, right? And right here is my B value. So this is my B. So you could see m minus 1 with the x here. So that's B, the coefficient of x. So B is actually m minus 1. And then my C value would have been all of this, 2m plus 3. So C is equal to 2m plus 3. Now we're going to substitute A, B, and C here. All right, and let it equal to 0, and then we keep moving. So let us deal with that right here. So b squared, so we're talking about m minus 1 squared minus 4 times A is 1 times C, and C is 2m plus 3. This must be equal to 0. Now, let's keep moving. When you square m minus 1, that's a binomial. So the first term, which is m, will be squared. So this is going to become m squared. We're going to multiply m times negative 1 and double that. So that's going to give us negative 2m. And then lastly, negative 1 squared is positive 1. Now let's deal with this part. Minus 4 times 1 right here, that's negative 4. Negative 4 times 2m is negative 8m. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12, and this is equal to 0. Right here, we want to simplify this, right? So m squared, and then negative 2m, negative 8m, that's going to give us negative 10m. And positive 1, negative 12, that's negative 11. This is equal to 0. Now we're going to try to factor this and solve, because I'm seeing 11. So this is m squared minus 10, m minus 11. We're going to open two brackets because my coefficient of A is 1. So I'm going to have m here, I'm going to have m here. So this is going to be negative 11 and a positive 1. So quick factorization there. And then we're going to solve for m. So at this point, we're saying it's either m minus 11 equal to 0, which means I'm going to get my 11 on that side. So m is equal to positive 11. And if that's not the case, it's m plus 1, which is equal 0. Get that over here. So we have m, which is equal to negative 1. And these are our two solutions for m. M is equal to 11, and m is equal to negative 1. Now, let's see what else they have for us. In the other part to the question, it says hence. So hence, we want to determine the values of x that satisfy the equation. So let's go back. We want the value of x. So let us write this down quickly. We're talking about x squared, okay? X squared, let me write this quickly, plus m minus 1, so plus m minus 1, and then we add x here, then plus 2m plus 3 equals 0. And remember though, that we do know that m is equal to 11 and m is equal to negative 1. So in terms of finding the values of x, we're going to substitute. So we have two cases. So case 1, I'm going to work with when m is equal to 11. So I'm going to substitute. So x squared plus, open bracket, 11 minus 1, x plus 2m. But remember though that m is 11, so we're going to have 11 here plus 3. This is equal to 0. So we're looking at x squared. 11 minus 1 is 10. So this is positive 10x. 2 times 11, 22, plus 3, that's 25. And this is equal to 0. As you could see, because they had told us already though that we have equal roots, then we have perfect squares here. Meaning, this is actually x plus 5, and then we have x plus 5 is equal to 0. If you factorize this. And how you could know that it's a perfect square, if my coefficient of my a is 1, if I take a half of my b, square it, and it's right here, I know I have a perfect square. Half of 10 is 5, 5 5s 25. So it's a perfect square, but we knew it would have been that. So in any case then, I'm gonna have one answer. I'm just saying either. So we have x plus 5 is equal to 0, which means that x is equal to negative 5. So I'll get negative 5 for this as well. So one of the answer is x is equal to negative 5. All right, now let's look on the other side here. We have x squared, and then we have plus m minus 1, x plus 2, m plus 3. This is equal to 0. But remember now that m is equal to negative 1. We want to substitute negative 1 where m is. So we have x squared plus, open bracket, negative 1. We put in that for our m. Then we minus 1, and there's an x outside. Plus 2 times m, but m is negative 1. Plus 3, this is equal to 0. Let's keep going. X squared, negative 2, negative 1, that's negative 2x. And then what we do have here is negative 2 plus 3, which is going to give you positive 1 equals 0. And as you could see, it's going to be a perfect square again. In this case, we have x with a minus 1, and then we have x with a minus 1. Okay, so here, we're going to have x minus 1, which is equal to 0, and x is equal to positive 1. So our two cases are x is equal to negative 5, x is also equal to positive 1. And that's it. Look out tomorrow, we'll be going through some more solutions from our AdMath.